Looks like we are live. Okay. Let me just pull up chat here. Oh, that felt good. Oh, my neck. Okay. Let me just pull up my chat. No, I want all messages, please. Okay. And there we go. Hello, everyone. How are we doing today? I have been sick for a while. Yeah, I had I don't know if it was allergies or mild COVID or what, but my voice has been wrecked. In fact, you can probably still hear it just a little. Still a little scratchy, but we're doing pretty all right now. And we're going to be doing a couple things that I've been wanting to do for a while. Well, one of them I wanted to do for a while. One I've been wanting to do since this weekend. I'm going to be giving a tour of the LTN LootTuber Network Minecraft server. And also talking about Transformers 1. Because that just came out. And sweet baby Jesus, I think it is, no, not even I think, it is the best Transformers movie ever made. And yes, I am counting 1986. G1ers, get. I'm sorry. I like the 86 movie. Don't get me wrong. The music in it, fantastic. The animation, spectacular. But one just blows it out of the damn water. Alright, real quick, I just gotta teleport to the LTN village real quick. I'm in a top secret area that we can't let be revealed yet. So, okay, there we go. But, yeah. So, if you're in chat, and... Okay. Hi, Minecraft Noises. Just realized we're not capturing... Why do I keep twitching? Why am I twitching like I've got a broken neck? No, my little dragon fell. I have so many stuffed animals on top of my monitor right now. I really need to get one of them hanging baskets. Are we capturing it now? There we go. Oh, let me just real quick. Oh, there we go. Okay. So let me get an empty hand here. There we go. Okay. So, wait. I've been working on a top secret project. I can't show you that yet. Well, maybe I'll give you a little peek at the very end. But this is, of course, the main village where everybody lives. Disregard the giant dirt cube for now. It has a purpose, hopefully. But for now, it's just pay no attention. I've done house tours before, but just as the official, what the fuck are you? And why are you humping Meddy's head? What? Do I let it in? I'm letting it in. Meddy, you have a pet now. This thing looks like it's on crack! It's like a Furby. Oh, there's the train. Yeah, one of my friends, has been assisting in, is now the master builder of the server. Aside from me, of course, because, I'm awesome. Let me real quick do a tweet here. Because I only said I was going to do the stream. I didn't actually do my going live tweet. So, one sec. Let me, Look at that bird. Bird, what are you doing? What are you doing? A tour of the LTN Minecraft Dis-ussing, I forgot to see. Transformers 1 with chat. Stop by and say hi. Link below. And then pop in that link. Yeehaw. And then lastly, gotta retweet it from the LTN Twitter page. Boosh. Alright, we're done. Alright, without further ado, let's begin the tour for real. Okay, so we'll start with my house, because it's my house. I'm not going to go into super detail, because, like I said, a lot of this stuff has been seen before, but this is a semi-accurate representation of my actual house in real life. I built it as best I could. Of course, I don't actually have railroad tracks in my backyard. Or maybe I do. Oh. But this is where I keep my Transformers. I need to get some pictures of my collection so that I can, do a custom painting here. And just, actually have my collection. Because that'd be cool. This is my office. I don't really actually use it anymore. I may convert it into a bedroom. Because I really just stream in my bedroom now. Enderman. Where? Anyway, this is my bathroom. Part of this wall, the paint on it has peeled now. Or rather, I've peeled it. Yeah, the paint that's on there is shit. So yeah. I'm going to be stripping it and then either keeping the walls white or doing something ostentatious with it. I don't know. Probably ostentatious. It's me. This is based on my workshop. This is where I do Gunpla, Legos, or any other model kits. I've got a few of those build-ups, you get a few pieces every month, pay some money, and you build it over time. This is my bedroom. Again, based on my actual bedroom. Only thing my real bedroom doesn't have is a giant full-wall picture of my wife. This is Iris Drake. I love her. I created her, but I love her. I am sitting where I'm sitting right now. So, this is meant to be my computer case and my monitor, and here's my bed. The real bed is actually has adjustable frame, and a vibrator setting. Not that kind of vibrator, like a massager. Hold on. Let me see if I can get the remote without, hold on. Hey. Got it. Now let's see if this comes through on the microphone. I'll turn up the gain. Alright, if you hear that rumbling, that is my bed. It's very comforting at night, I have to say. Especially after a long, stressful day. Anyhow, this is the spare bedroom. This is where Glacia lives right now. I just have not... Shadow, don't eat that. That's a sticker, my dude. This is where Glacia lives. I still haven't done anything with this room in here, though. But this is... yeah. And these are my... I actually have hallway shelves. It's pretty cool. I keep Bionicles on them. And then after that is really just the garage. I found a natural pink sheep, so I keep it tied up in here. Why is that door open? I also have an attic, just like in real life. Yay! Insulation! The forbidden cotton candy. Anyway, okay. That's my house. I'll just real quick pop into everyone else's. This is Meddy's. This was the first one I built. With the exception of my house, and I think, yeah, my house, Orky's house, and Tina's house. I built all of these in survival. There's that... Now its eyes are smaller. What the fuck? What are you, creature? A Potu. Alright, someone Google what a Potu is and put it in the comments or in the chat. I must know. Is it a real creature? Is it something created for the mod? I don't know. This is another house that I built. It was originally going to be Nixie's, but she doesn't do much Minecraft, so it happens. Very basic, but like kind of like a hobbit home. This is for Bethany. This is Bethany's house. I need to get rid of some of this corrosion. Bethany, if you don't know, is my IRL best friend. She did recently move away, sadly, so what the fuck? Okay, do we have an Enderman on the loose, or what happened? There's another one of those creatures! Anyway, this is Pen's house. And there's a frozen creeper behind the bar. What are you? Anyway, it's made of brown bricks and Minecraft. Asuka, another VTuber friend of mine. This is a house for her. Again, kind of basic. I wasn't really sure what to put in it. Oh, I did creative mode this one too, just because I didn't want to go hunt for mahogany. Or, is that mahogany? Mangrove, you know what I mean. Mahogany. Does this mod have mahogany? Mahogany. We have mahogany. Let's go. Here's Sky's house. Again, I built this out of... What the... Oh! Sky's been doing some digging. Good for her. I built this out of, like, all the lapis that I had mined up to this point. Down there is Orky's house. You know, nice underwater house for an underwater VTuber. Tina's house is a record disc, because she's a DJ. So I thought it'd be kind of funny. You know, give her a turntable, and... yeah. Up here is Gage's house, if you couldn't tell. May have based it a little bit off of Jack Patillo's house in Achievement City, just, you know, with a little addition and a different wood type. And cogs. And no lava. We don't have the convenience of, Xbox, just, quit without saving. So, this is Zero's house. I swear to God, the Endermen, every time, they just add more and more. Both Zero's and Gage's and Orky's house, actually, lead into this mine cave. There used to be a temple here, but the temple was made of wood, and I like fire, so, yeah, you can imagine how that went. Yeah, so, okay. That is the main house area. Aside from, of course, this. But that's a story for another day. This is an experiment. Don't mind that. First thing on the tour, since we're right here. What is this, I wonder? You see a big, flat wall, and you see a lever. What happens if you pull the lever? Yo! Yes, this is the boobs. This is boobs. If you're familiar with... Now, okay, a lot of this stuff is based on Achievement Hunter stuff. If you're familiar with their old things to do's, this will be familiar. This is just like fart, only vertical instead of horizontal. Then, of course, you flick it again, and... boop, boop. And if you do it multiple times, you can make the boobs jiggle. I love that. Oh, we have fun here. We have fun here. Now, following this tunnel, you know, let's do it the way it's intended to. Oh, I don't know why I thought that was a dispenser. I am a goober. I also don't know why I didn't put this minecart back after I stopped it, but oh well. So, while we're moving, Transformers 1, I gotta say, incredible movie. I've only seen it once so far, just because, We're definitely not children. Yeah, that's for sure. Incredible movie. It's just, like I said, it blows all the previous ones out of the water. And I've always been a big fan, you know, of the live action stuff. I grew up with that. But I'm telling you, this movie is just the animation, the storytelling, the story that it tells is just it's incredible. Like, okay, if you're deep into the Transformers lore like I am. Like, I've been in this franchise for 24, 25 years, a long time. So it doesn't tread ground that's super unfamiliar, but even if you're a hyper nerd like me when it comes to this lore, you're still gonna enjoy it, because just because you know the destination, the journey to get there, oh, it's spectacular. Now, I don't just mean the visuals, which are stunning, by the way. The art direction, the character design, the scenery, just, oh, it's so beautiful. Whether you're underground in the city of Iacon, or you're on the ever-shifting surface of Cybertron, oh my god! Like, anyway, I'll go back to that in a second. This is Shopping List. Achievement Hunter fans will be familiar with this one. The idea of it is you have these 16 items, which you either need to find or create. You find them out in the world or create them. And you put them in the frames. And the first one to have fully assembled their frame wins. Pretty simple, right? Yeah. This is Spring Harvest. I'm still working out the I want to try to tweak it so it's not just one for one what Achievement Hunter did, because that's what I try to do with all of these. Because if I just do the same thing they did, it's just, you know, it's repetitive. If I can at least put a twist on it, that's what I want to do. But the basic idea, at least of the original, is you get a certain amount of money at the start. Oh, I bought this from Jeff. You get a certain amount of money at the start to buy tools, and then you have to mine more money. Iron, gold, diamonds. I might add emeralds and netherite. Not sure, probably, but anyway. And you use the money to buy crops, more tools, etc. The goal is to have, you know, one of everything. First one to have one of everything wins. You can't get seeds by, like, breaking grass or finding, like, wild carrots. You have to buy it from the shop. You know, pretty basic, pretty simple. And there's six fields here. Alright, and then this is just something I added to try to add some decoration, because I have a bad habit of overestimating how much space I'm gonna need. So I cleared all this shit out for, like, too many games. So eventually it'll be more built up. But for now, it's not. Let me just consult my mini-map real quick. Yeah. There is something else here in the south to show you. I have made a convenient series of bridges and tunnels and paths to lead to all my builds. I try to keep everything, you know, connected and lit up. This is the backup Halloween Let's Play idea. If, God forbid, what we have planned, the top secret thing that I have planned right now, doesn't work out. So, you're looking at this and you're thinking, well, aside from the piss grass, this looks like OG Minecraft. Yes, we are in what I call the Purified Zone, formerly a pumpkin patch biome. This is, I call this, what do I call this, Paladins, or, yeah, Paladins. And basically, it's a lot like Hit List. You have to go after the, should have named one of the bridges Jeff. You are not the first person to make that joke, but I appreciate it nonetheless. The goal of this is to hunt down, aside from bosses, there are 9 mobs in the graveyard mod pack. You got revenants, ghouls, nightmares, corrupted illagers, necromancers, etc. Some spawn more frequently than others, and so they're assigned a different point value. With nightmares being in the 5 point, because those things are tricky bastards. But revenants and such being in the 1 pointer. Actually, it's revenants and the 2 illagers, just because even though these are more rare, when they do spawn, there's just an absurd amount of them. Like, they spawn in hordes, along with the necromancers, but there's a lot fewer necromancers in those, and they're harder to kill. That's why they're in the 3 point, along with ghouls and skeleton creepers. I believe these 2 are wraiths and reapers. I did leave out the bosses for obvious reasons, because those are like literal Dark Souls bosses with 3 phases. So, you know, a little tricky to kill. Alright, I'm just going to instant transmit over to this one, because it's in the middle of the ocean. This is Mega Tower. Any Achievement Hunter fan from the earlier days will remember Mega Tower. And the glorious stories told within it. Each of these blocks is 32 by 32 by 32, and there's 5 of them. And within each one is a piece of the Tower of Pimps. There is 5 obsidian, 4 gold, 3 gold, 2 gold, and 1 gold block. It's, the goal is to, of course, assemble the Tower of Pimps. It's a 6-player game, so the idea is, with there being 1 less block every time, people will be eliminated, but they will be allowed to take pot shots. They will be given, creative mode flight, and allowed to take pot shots at the people inside. So, you get a starting amount of shears. I'll probably have to give more or put on breaking on these, because turns out in PC, shears actually do take damage from digging wool. They didn't on Xbox, at least when they built this one. So, you get diamond pickaxes for mining the blocks. You can only do combat with bows and arrows. And, of course, you get torches to light things up, because, duh. And then you get a bed to reset your spawn, and you put your obsidian on the white wool. Makes sense, right? Okay. Oh, let me show this real quick, too, since we're doing a proper tour. This, from my last stream, if you cut my last stream, this is my Sky Fortress. I never saw it from this angle when they were working it, so let's just see. Here is Sky's sand tower, and here are the stairs that Medi built. Is his corpse still up here? Yes, it is. Oh my gosh, his corpse is still up here. We got kind of close. But, yeah. I would like to apologize, sort of. If I had known they would have had this much trouble getting to me, I would have made it a little easier for them. Yeah. If you didn't catch the stream, originally this whole structure was light blue stained glass and did not have the lava. I added both of those things once they found me. Okay. Let's head back to the village now. And let's go this way first. Towards some of my older builds. So, talking about Transformers 1 again. So, I will say, the relationship we see with Optimus Prime Orion Pax and D16 is, it's actually, I think, one of the best, origin stories for the 2 that we've seen. Because they, in previous iterations, like the Aligned Continuity, or, did the Cyberverse count? Well, I don't know. But, Aligned Continuity, or, what's another one where they're brothers initially? I guess the movies. Yeah, the movies, because you have the comics where you see it. In those, it didn't quite feel, as, I don't want to say earned, but they didn't quite feel as brotherly. They felt more like, okay, they had more of a brothers in arms vibe rather than this man is my brother, like family. And you get that with Orion Pax and D16. You feel like these two have known each other all their lives. They are just best friends, like just inseparable. Until they aren't. Which really does make the breakup hurt so much more. It's beautifully done. So, okay. This is wool. This one's pretty self-explanatory. Assemble all 16 colors of wool. Yeah, it makes sense. A lot of the, think this might take an hour at most. No, it won't. The nearest desert for getting regular green dye is so far away. Now, I didn't realize that when I built wool here. Had I known that, I probably would have built wool, not nearly so close to spawn. But what can you do? Also, brown. Now, I will say, brown sheep, they do spawn. They exist. It's possible to find one. So this could be difficult. It could not be. But the nearest jungle is also thousands of blocks away. It's not intentional. It just happened to be that way. So this one might be a fun one, despite the simplicity. Now, if we follow this path over here... Ooh, spooky cave. Whoa. So I'm not going to get into too big of spoilers about the story. Aside from... Well, if you know anything about Transformers... Well, okay, not anything, but if you know Transformers real well, you know Sentinel Prime is usually a bastard. Oh, he's a bastard in this too. Oh, he's a bastard. I think this might be his most dastardly. Well... IDW was pretty bastardly too. Okay, this is his most bastardly in off of the page. Let's put it that way. On screen, because movie 3 Sentinel Prime, he was a son of a bitch. Don't get me wrong. But this iteration, oh my god, total douche. All right, so this is the reading room, the LTN reading room. Now you're thinking, Reiko, this is nice looking, but what's hidden here? I wonder. Welcome to Hit List. Very much like the Achievement Hunter version, just with newer mobs and modded mobs. So, I think I did do this a little wrong, in that I think these are supposed to have all the same eggs. So I'll probably have to fix that. But basically the idea is you go out there and let's say you find a zombie villager. You call it, you kill it, and then you come back here and you pop its egg off. Now, of course, I didn't do that because I'm a goober and I forgot to. I'll probably do that off screen when we're done here. Now, you can only kill or call one at a time. So let's say I went out, I called and killed a zombie, but on the way back, I had to kill a spider in self-defense or something. I only called the zombie, so I can only take down the zombie. But if you knew there were more spiders in that area, you can go right back, call the spider, kill it, bada bing, bada boom. Easy peasy. You gotta get first one to get them all dead, all down, wins. Also, very, very proud of this effect. That's deep slate tiled stairs over redstone blocks. I think I outdid myself personally. Like I am by no means a pro builder in this. My shit's just glorified boxes. But interiors I can do. I just suck at exteriors. Okay. Going back to the path. Oh, here's the train tracks. Yeah, eventually we're gonna have lines going out everywhere. But, for now, this is just a test thing that Caitlin built. Now, we'll follow the path. Whee! This is No Petting Zoo. The goal of this is very simple. Gather mobs. Now you're thinking, well, isn't that what the last one is? No. The last one you had to kill them. This one, you have to trap those bastards alive. You got all the supplies you need to do it here. And these to keep them from despawning. Because the Achievement Hunter version, they didn't realize that. And they had stuff despawn. So we got a bunch of no despawn, no. No despawn. And a bunch of glass. And I had actually forgotten they didn't have these. These were built by all the other guys. So I am considering getting rid of these, but we'll see. Also, if you didn't know, giants are still in the game. They're in the code at least. They never spawn naturally. But you can summon them. So, we got Big Boy here. He watches over. And this path leads to 2 more Let's Plays that I have built. A variation on 12 towers. This is 16 towers. Wow. So much of a difference, right? Alright, no worries. No worries, Nova Ranger. The goal of this is just build 16 towers. Now they can be of almost anything. I would not recommend grass blocks because these will turn into dirt. And then it's not 4 of the same block. But I do believe Podzol does not do the same thing. So you could have 4 Podzol. However, that would mean you couldn't have 4 dirt. Because they are the same, relatively the same material. You know? So like you can't use spruce logs or jungle logs, but you could use spruce logs and jungle planks. But it has to be a solid block, so you can't use stairs or fence posts or slabs. And yeah, you gotta build 16. It can be any materials, they just cannot be repetitions. It's like no multiple logs or planks. Multiple types of cobble aren't allowed. Same for stone, so you can't like do granite, diorite, and andesite. You'd have to pick one, and then a cobble, or a cobble. You don't have to use a cobble. Up here is the king set. This is like Simon Says with consequences. I wanted to do this one for my birthday, but I just didn't have enough challenges in mind. So the idea is that you have the king, who in this case would be me, and the king issues orders to their servants. The first one to accomplish that task will be given a block of gold. First one to assemble their Tower of Pimps, which is 4 gold blocks high, wins and gets to be the next king the next time this is played. Now the tasks could be anything as simple as first one to bring me a dirt block, or first one to bring me an iron chest plate. You know, stuff like that. Simple stuff. Simple tasks. Or it could be, you know, bring me 1 different piece of each armor. So like iron chest plate, leather boots, gold pants, diamond hat. Something like that. And that's king. Which way should we go next? Yeah, we will head back towards the village and then go west. So, one interesting thing about this, or one thing I've not seen anyone else talking about, is how some of the character designs do draw from, like, different eras of Transformers, while also still being its own thing. Like, yeah, a lot of the art is, you know, G1 inspired, like, not so much with Orion and D16, but like, A lot of like the more background bots, like Jazz. Jazz, for example, is in this, and he just looks like a less kibbled version of himself from the cartoon, which makes sense when you see the story of the movie. But yeah, it deals with some very heavy themes for a kids movie, which is good. It's good. Kids need stuff like this. But it's just you don't expect to see themes like bodily autonomy and like religion and all that in a movie like this. And it is. That stuff is there. It's really cool. But one thing that made me squee when I saw it is they have a scene where you, albeit briefly, see all of the primes. And one of them, Vector Prime, took some very heavy inspiration from his Cybertron design, which made me giggle, because that's the Transformers era I grew up in. So I was like, yay! But yeah. Alright, here we are at Thunderdome. We got a statue to Ghost Ray over here. This one plays out pretty much the same. There's not really much you can do to twist Thunderdome, aside from just different items in the chests, which I'm not going to show just because spoilers. I don't want, in case like a member of LTN is watching, I know they probably wouldn't remember, and they sure as hell wouldn't cheat, but it's just better for integrity of the game if I just, But I will say, in these chests are blocks of gold and items that can help or hinder you when you're playing. So, like, there could be, like, a potion of health. Or some cobwebs. Or a sword. If you get a sword, that'd be because otherwise you're using bare hands to brawl. And you're probably saying, well, what's the statue of Ghost Ray? Alright, I'll go into this real quick. So, when Achievement Hunter played this, over 10 years ago, one of their members, Ray, and was it Gavin or Jeff or Michael? So he whoever it was, they were fighting, and they took each other out at the same time. I think it was Gavin. And they took each other out at the same time, and when Ray respawned, there was like a second Ray that started just kind of walking around and not doing anything malicious, just existing when it shouldn't. And before you say, oh, well, I was probably just, somebody else who took on the same skin. No, because this had his gamer tag over his name. Now, unless they edited that in post, which I don't know if that's possible. I don't. I don't know how it worked. And it happened like twice in the same, or he appeared at least twice in the same Let's Play. And nobody ever really knew what happened to Ghost Ray. But I built this as a memorial. Ghost Ray, never forget. And a rose as well. Because if you know Ray Narvaez Jr., you know that man likes him some roses. Alright, now up here is another familiar Achievement Hunter Let's Play. Just gotta get up there. Also, brown beacons. If you know, you know. Here we go. Welcome to Clouds. This is a parkour map. Hold on. Let me just get rid of this this rain. Make it daytime. There we go. So the idea of this is very simple. Navigate your way across. I had Glacia help me with some of the block placement here. You should go check her out. I think she streams on Twitch. Glacia Everwinter. Funny chick. And a really great roommate. So the goal is to do this. Get down here. Mine the Tower of Pimps. Go down the cactus chute. Welcome back, Noble Ranger. And then you build your Tower of Pimps on the block of copper that is to the right of your sign. They're saying, Rico, these signs are blank. You can edit them. It's a cool mod. So I would be putting the people's names in who are playing, you know, once we got started. This is another one with some fun Achievement Hunter lore. Gavin won this one for Ray. Because he had been fucking with Ray the whole time when they were playing. One time he actually like knocking the batteries out of his controller when Ray was about to win or what have you. But then Ray got down there. Gavin followed him, killed Ray, got the gold. Ray had already started to assemble the tower on his thing. Gavin finished assembling it on Ray's thing, and thus allowing Ray to win. Oh, Gavin, you silly British man, you. This is creeper fishing. So the goal of this one is similar to No Petting Zoo. You gotta get the monsters in the bucket. Why don't you get in the bucket? Only difference is you have to tag them. So you gotta get them you gotta get Gavin's cousins all in there. If you can. You don't have to name tag them. That's not required. That's just there so they don't despawn. But if you don't name tag them, you run the risk. You run the risk. Now I can add more if more people were going to play this, but 6 is the default that I've done. Okay, that's KZ's thing. He hasn't been here forever, so we're going to move on from that. Let's see. Oh, okay. Why don't we just teleport over here? Because we're done in that area for now, I think. This is the Christmas village from last year's, what was it called? Charity Stream. So, I'll just real quick go over who built these. I built this one as like the example house. The idea was everyone would build a Christmas house, and the best build wins. As judged by our panel of judges. This was Shy's. Shy sadly had to dip out, so hers was never finished. She had some family emergencies come up. This was Ritz's. This Ritz wasn't actually participating, but they wanted something to do, so they built this lovely tavern. Oh my god, he's still in there! That Enderman has been here since late November. Anyway. Goodness me. Over here, this was Corinne. Corinne was one of our other judges. She built this glorious snowman. There used to be a lot more snow golems in here. Yeah, there used to be a lot more in here. This woman has a sick, twisted mind, I swear to God. Yeah. So, yeah. Oh, glorious. Anyway. This was Sammy's build. I'm not gonna go inside just because I don't want to let the men out. But Sammy straight up built a nativity scene. Down to having the 3 wise men. And it's genuinely incredible. Now again, you're saying, well, Reiko, what's with all this empty space here? So the original idea was to have a bunch of identical houses down this lane and give people, you know, all that space. Then I decided, that's stupid. We'll just have them build their houses from scratch. This was Tina's house. I think Tina got second place. Because look at this giant frog. Get out. In fairness, I added the sussy butthole. But, soon. It really is like a cute little house. Like, I would totally have a base like this. This was Demi's. Demi was the winner. Like, it's chaotic as hell. But, like, it's also just incredible. Like, this is the tree. Can you see it? The stained glass? Yeah, that's awesome. Rainbow glass is slippery. I still need to make Rainbow Road. Oh. Forgot about Buff Santa. Villainous Overlord's abode. Yeah. Oh, Demi, I wish we could collab more. You're so fun. Why is the stream in 480p? I don't know. How do I... Is it... Go away, Windows. I don't know. How do I... Is there a way to fix that? Video bitrate is currently set to 3,890 kilobytes per second. How do I, Oh, here we go, maybe. Yeah, I don't know how to fix that, at least not while I'm live. But, I will try to fix that for the next stream. Yeah, I don't know. No one's ever mentioned that before, so I don't know. I will look into that. Whoop, whoop. Whoop. Now this leads to Ender No Petting Zoo, which is, I'm not gonna head there just because it's the same vibe as the other No Petting Zoo. And this portal leads to another No Petting Zoo. You have to get, it's a little different. Rather than just getting 10 mobs, you have to specifically get, oh, no, it's per point, okay, so it's by points, okay. I'm contradicting myself, I know. Here's the Birch Bunker, even shittier than the original. Leads down to a mine. You get like 10 minutes, maybe 20 minutes beforehand to get materials. This is Medi's house that he built for the competition. Maybe it was Medi's that got second. I don't remember now. It's been a while. I'd have to rewatch the stream. I do remember that he burned this down at one point because he didn't quite grasp how lava works and everything caught on fire. Oh, good times, good times. But yeah, I do like how he basically turned a cave into a house. It's very cool. And then he also built this cube for his friend. His slime friend. Okay, now we're heading to Christmas Village. Now, you might remember this from last year. This was all a forest. Oh, here's the national park, by the way. I love this. This is untouched, mostly. It's just spawned like this. Beautiful. This is the Christmas Village. Caitlin and I, mostly Caitlin, have been working on this to be ready for the charity stream this year. So if you remember at the end of the charity stream last year, we burned down the Gavla goat, as is the tradition. Well, I have some good news. The Gavla goat has been rebuilt. Not sure if I've shown that on a stream yet. This is the lighthouse, by the way. I built this. You can kind of see it there. Yeah. Goat. Wow! Okay. Now this village is currently, the build is currently on hiatus, just because we're working on a more time-sensitive project. But, it's very cool what Caitlin has done here. Like, really all I did was build the goat, the lighthouse, and the parking lot. And she's built, and the floor. I did make the floor all cobble. But she's built all of this stuff to make it look super pretty, including the gigantic Love Hotel, which I think is still a work in progress, but looks incredible. And, you know, a functional clock tower with Draco heads. Okay, I may have added the Draco heads. But the GOAT, and I don't just mean the greatest of all time, all of this wheat was harvested from my fields or stolen from villages that I visited. Yes, visited, that's the word, in my travels. Inside, there is a lot of yellow wool and rice, I will admit, but the exterior, all goat, baby. I mean, all wheat, baby. All wheat. Oh, I did build these too, but these aren't very impressive. So you got, you know, red, blue, green, yellow, black, white, Remy Tim. We got some Remy Tim going on here. But while we're here, actually, I forgot to mention, the parking lot of the Waffle House is the currently only designated PvP spot on the server. So if you have a beef with somebody, you wanna fight them, you go to the Waffle House parking lot, or you don't settle your beef. Government mandated Waffle House parking lot fights. Over here is Top Chef. Very similar to the Achievement Hunter version, just with a little twist in that you have to make a lot more complex dishes. You have to use the Farmer's Delight mod for all these. Oh, yes. So when you make your dishes, you'll bring them to me. I will pop them in the chest for the individual person. And, you know, first one to get them all wins. Now, it is limited to 4 players. Only because your girl is stupid and only had enough room to build 4 cooking stations. So this is one that we'll do when there's, you know, a lot less people that can play. But it's done in the shadow of the cow. Big cow. Now let's see, where are we? There's my base. I'll show that off in a bit. Oh, yeah. Let's head back over here. I will now show you the update to the pit. It's a visual update more than anything. So, if you're familiar with this Let's Play, you'll know that when Achievement Hunter built theirs, when Jeff and Gavin built this, they built it out of wood. A Let's Play where you had to fight among other things, blazes. So, I built mine out of Deep Slate. So the goal of this is very simple. In each of these dispensers is a different item, or items, that can be used to help or not in your fight. Round 1, you pick 1 boon. You know, you press the button. Oh, I got an iron ingot. Okay, put that back in there. Then you would go over here, and you'd press the button, and look at that, it's a sheep. So I would use my iron ingot. Oh, you don't have to. And then you fight whatever comes out. If you're able to kill it, you win. You get a piece of the Tower of Pimps, and you can go on to the next round. The next round, you get to pick 1 item, and then you have to press the button twice. Now, in this one, there's a few more aggressive mobs. See, in this one, it is all peaceful mobs, except for the bottom row, which is a creeper, endermite, and zombie. In this one, you got 1, 2, 3, 4. You get 5 peaceful mobs and 4 aggro mobs. And then in this one, you have also 4 and 5, apparently. Okay, well, I need to fix that one later. So it gets harder as you go on, because you have to press all the buttons before you can start fighting. But the first one to do so wins. Now, in between rounds, after you've placed your block, you go over here, you soak in the lava, and you get to reset for the next round. There are, of course, beds down here. In Kiri's Corner, just a little homage to the original. Not quite the same as the original build, but it is what it is. Yeah, I made sure this one would not be flammable. Because, Jesus. And they even did an X version where they, they changed up what would spawn and all that. And, they still kept the wood. Yeah. Anyway. So you may have seen this one already. I've already streamed this one with, Medi Engage. This is Wipeout. There's a corpse in the water. Another Medi corpse. What the fuck, dude? Anyway. If you remember this one, the goal of it is very simple. Just get to the end, which you can see here. Oh, let me show off what Caitlin added. Yeah, that's pretty cool. So you gotta go up the ladders. I'm not gonna fight that right now. Down the Flume of Doom. Into the trapped maze. Cross the lava hopscotch. Over the rope bridge. Through the maze of hatred. Into the crusher, which is currently off for server lag reasons. Cross the packed ice. Through the sheep ball pit, which actually I need to restock a little. Hold on a second. These aren't Jeb's sheep. Oh, right. I'm a silly. Yeah, we use Jeb's sheep specifically because they color change. Anyhow. Then you've got a little hop till you drop. Waterfalls a sploosh. Then you climb all the way up and jump all the way down. If you can get it through, we take 30 seconds off your time. And of course, if you die at any point along the way, you gotta run all the way back to where you died, to the beginning of where you died. So if you died on the lava, you gotta head back to the beginning of the lava. If you died in the Maze of Hatred, you gotta get back to the beginning of the Maze of Hatred, etc., etc. This is my rock, paper, scissors machine. It is... what the fuck? Okay. It is needlessly complex. So, what you do. Rock, paper, scissors. And then on the other side, rock, paper, scissors. Now, if I was a smart girl with redstone, I would have it set up so that way, when both of those pressure plates are activated, the middle just drops automatically. I'm not smart with redstone. So there's a manual switch. And then you can see, what the other person has. So if I'm standing here and... come on, skeleton, give me a hand. Step on the scissors for me. Yeah! Just like that. So, you would see what the other person has, and if, as you saw, that skeleton stood on scissors, skeleton would have won. World's most needlessly complex rock, paper, scissors machine. And I love it. Now, is there anything else on this island? Oh, yes, there is. Yes, there is. Behold! Creeper Soccer. Oh, yes. Yes, that's right. I built Creeper Soccer according to schematics. Now, I know what you're thinking. Reiko, Creeper Soccer. With dirt and wood. What are you thinking? It's more needlessly simple. Yeah, well, either way. What are you thinking? I'm thinking it's a joke. The first round will go as you expect. And then I'll be like, oh, well, shit. Well, let's head over to Creeper Soccer 2, which I have built on this jungle island, and is a lot more what you might expect something like Creeper Soccer to be built out of. But don't tell anyone I'm doing that. That's a secret. Now, over here, I'll just show this off real quick. It's not done, but I have been building for a while Dig Down. Dig Down is very simple. It's just simulated mining. Each of these cubes has or will have enough gold to build a Tower of Pimps, along with other resources, iron, coal, copper, etc. And yeah, you just gotta find all the pieces, build the Tower of Pimps. All there's to it. Very simple. Just pain in the ass to build. Now you're seeing things like Glacius Hold of Mysteries, Dragon's Tower, all that. These are other people's builds. I'm just showing off the things that I've built. If you want to see those, I'll happily show them off. But I'm just kind of showing off my builds, for the most part. This is the farm on the north end of the city, by the way. I forgot to show this. I did build this, including the very phallic grain silo. Yes, we do keep men in the barn. Why do you ask? Barn men. Alright. Now, do I have anything else I can really talk about with Transformers 1? Because I feel like I've been kind of neglecting, you know, one of the things that is in the title of the stream. So if you guys got any questions about the movie, feel free to ask. But as we go, this is Lava Wall. Now, Lava Wall has two game modes. You got Classic and Bodyguards. So this is a team game. 2 teams of 3, or 2, or however many. You have to have at least 2 people per team, so. You are given all of these lovely materials and all of these lovely weapons. The idea is simple. You have your wool Tower of Pimps here. You have to build that somewhere within the glowstone. Now, you also receive 10 oak saplings and 10 bone meal. You get 5 or 10 minutes to prep, in which time you want to take your saplings, get as much wood as you can. And then you want to build barricades to protect your wool Tower of Pimps. So let me just... So, use your imagination. This is the wool Tower of Pimps, right? You build the barriers. So let's pretend these sponges are wood. One thing you're not allowed to do, you have to have at least one gap. You can't have the wood be touching the wool tower. Now, why is that? You have 32 dispensers and buttons, and an ass load of fire charges. The idea is you will be shooting and firing at the other players. In fact, I'm probably going to take away some of the dispensers for this, just because 32 seems excessive. I'll probably put it down to 10, but anyway. You've also got bows and arrows. So you got, I wouldn't call it an unlimited supply of arrows, but you've got enough arrows to last you for a while. You also get 1 stack of spectral arrows. See, normally you're not going to be able to see very well across the thingy. Also, I will have people turning off their mini-maps for this, for obvious reasons. So, you use the spectral arrows to temporarily reveal someone's location. So that is Lava Wall Classic. Now, Bodyguards is relatively the same, with the one change that instead of a wool Tower of Pimps that you're guarding, you have 3 villagers you have to keep alive. you will also receive maybe 3 buckets of water and a couple splash healing potions. You know, just in case you gotta heal them up. And like before, first one to have all 3 villagers die loses. Now here is Thread the Needle. I built this as close to schematic as I could by pausing the video at keyframes and doing my best to count and guesstimate. So, how this works. You get a shit ton of ender pearls, and I'll probably just give everyone like super high saturation or something so that they can regain hearts. But you fling your ender pearl, you gotta thread the needle, land here. Now once you're here, you gotta thread the needle again, get up here. Then you gotta get through here. And now I gotta get out so I can show it from above. Now the idea is to land on that platform. But if you land in the water, you can save yourself if you're quick enough. Now, in here... Oh. From there, you gotta throw it... I mean, if you can throw it to here, this is where you kind of where you want to be. But if you can land it... Actually, that is where you want to go. But you can throw it from there to here. If you land it in the right spot, you'll be able to land on this fence post. Now, behind one of these paintings, I won't say which one, is a door to the next room. Give me one sec. Why do... There was a hole in the ceiling. This room is very tricky, as you can see. Then you gotta get through this room as well. And then you'll land out here. Now, if you're lucky, your ender pearl will glitch you through the ceiling. Otherwise, you're stuck down here. You gotta make a throw to here, land on top of the Tower of Pimps, you win. Sounds simple. It's not. Trust me. It's doable, but it's not simple. Okay, now this one down here is what I'm still working on. We're going to skip that. Over here is what I like to call logging list. This is a Reiko original, based on the same concept as the other list ones. You have to bring back bark and logs of all the different wood types. And mycelium, or mushroom types. So like you got your crimson hyphae, your warped hyphae, your soulblight hyphae. And then you got all the different woods and logs. It's log, it's big, it's heavy, it's wood. Not really much more to say about that. Pretty self-explanatory. Now, let's move on to another Reiko. Not entirely an original idea, but the concept is an original, the idea is. This is actual petting zoo. But, unlike, and it's the Achievement Hunter version, this one has a major twist. So, with no petting zoo, you could have, other people, you could have, like, I could have a creeper, you could have a creeper. Everybody could have a creeper. Everybody gets a creeper. With this one, no one can have the same mob. So, and it's all non-hostile mobs. Courtesy, mostly, of the Alex's Mobs mod. So, let's say you got a leafcutter ant. I could not have a leafcutter ant. But if I got a kangaroo, you would not be allowed to have a kangaroo. Make sense? Alright, now I gotta kill these because they're exotic. Crikey! I just got an achievement for that. We do a little trolling. Encounter a kangaroo. Crikey. Have a go with this, mate. But yeah, I made these exceptionally big because there are some big mobs. I might make the auto win condition be if you can get an elephant here. But I would need to test if you can bring a tethered elephant with a waystone. Because if you can do that, I'm not going to make that because that'd be... You know, all you'd have to do is make a waystone, go to a savannah, find an elephant, you win. So, we'll have to see. Okay, there is Caitlin's stronghold area. Oh, yeah, Fishing Jamboree. Long-time Achievement Hunter fans will remember Fishing Jamboree. Yes, I did recreate it here. It's pretty much the same as you would remember it. Everybody gets an hour to fish. Different fish are worth different points. Most points at the end wins. No, get out of the fire, Cardinal! Let me, sleep in a bed again here. We're, yeah. Get rid of the rain and the nighttime. So, I just built this one out of bamboo, because I hadn't used bamboo for anything yet. And I thought, why not? Why not do some bamboo? Bamboo! Now, let's follow this path. And this path, I made a brick bridge. I think this looks pretty good. I'm proud of it. This leads to one of the biggest builds in the server. The Altar of Pimps. Now, I don't know if you can see on my mini-map up there, but this thing is enormous. I built it on top of a mountain, and to quote Jeff Ramsey, it very quickly overtook the mountain. So, how this one works. I didn't do the original version, or the original start, just because we have an infinite world rather than 4 corners. So we're just doing the version where you start from the base. There are 4 blocks of gold. Everyone will start with a pickaxe. And yeah. And the goal is to assemble the tower at the top. If it takes like, you know, a few seconds or a few minutes, it'll be best 2 out of 3. GTFO. If it takes, you know, an hour, it'll just be first one to do it wins. I have a feeling it might be best 2 out of 3, even with the enormous size of this big bastard. And I am working on hollowing out the interior. But, let me show you the interior. I don't know how well you can see it, but it's going to take a while. There's a cow in here. Hello, Mr. Moo. But, yeah. Yeah, this thing's huge. Look, my dick! Anyway. Now, just north of the altar is an original Reiko Let's Play. That's right. I actually had an original idea in my skull for once, rather than just copy everything people I look up to do. Oh, I kid. This is Plinko. Now, if you've ever watched The Price is Right, you'll know Plinko, I'm sure. I do need to modify how this works, because I didn't realize flicking the lever would send out 3 instead of 1, so I have to redo this. But the idea is simple. You have up to 6 contestants who will answer trivia questions. Now, I will assemble the trivia questions ahead of time based on who my contestants are so that I can, test things that are within their wheelhouse rather than just solely just random trivia. Hi, Ichigo. Okay. Hi, baby. Oh. Oh, it was a fly. So, what I will do is each person... Maybe I should do random trivia. Yeah, I will do... Yeah, actually, it's random trivia. Sorry, I'm like, remembering things. It's random trivia, and the questions will be based on, like, the total knowledge. So, like, let's say Medi was playing, Zero was playing, and they have very similar tastes, though. Okay, well, so, like, there could be, like, Gundam-based questions, Kamen Rider-based questions, general, like, U.S. history, or maybe Canadian history, maybe just North American history, science, basic stuff. And the first one to ring in by stepping here gets to answer. If they can't answer, then someone else gets a chance to ring in. The more questions you get right, the more options you get, the more Plinko chips you get to toss. Now, the original idea, as you saw, was to just, flick switch. Being in the idea with the ever-running minecart was to add a little random factor, because if you just toss an item in, it doesn't really swerve, and there's no way, as far as I know, to add, like, pegs for it to stuff to bounce off of and what have you. So, had to add that random factor. I'm probably going to have to expand this a little bit. But yeah, this is Plinko. It's actually technically equal parts Plinko and Jeopardy. Let's see. Is that the last of them? Or do we have something else I can show off? I mean, I got my base. Definitely show off that. Yeah, like, aside from this bees idea I had that... Oh, I have one more. Yes, one more Let's Play. It's on this island. It's basically Hunger Games. Everyone gets a thing of wooden tools. And when I say go, everyone runs off. They have 10 minutes to prepare. And then it's every man or woman for themselves. You have to stay on the island. You're not allowed to enter the water or the river. But anything and everything else is allowed. Yeah, I call it Battle Royale, but you know what this is. You know what this is. You know what I'm about. Alright, let me just run through here. Nothing at spawn. I will show off what's at spawn, just because this is a comprehensive tour. Or this is old spawn. This is Ramiel. If you've seen Evangelion, you know Best Girl. Oh! I used roof tiles to add the more smooth look to her. This is the main train station, where it comes through. Got our logo there. I believe Nixie built this. Maybe Gage helped. Not 100%. I know Nixie was mostly the brains behind this. Here's the giant pig. This used to be, butt up against a hill. I have since, expanded. Yes, your eyes were correct. This is indeed a giant pair of upside-down panties. This is Pantsu House. I build this in most Minecraft worlds that I, make. Just whether or not I use it, I still build it. It's a tradition. As is the giant golden cow. All hail. With the, the ritual blood altar, as you do. If you're thinking, well, Reiko, that's kind of misaligned. No, it's not. Shut the fuck up. This is my attempt at a palace for a shrine for Spawn. And then Medi built this on top of it. Still not entirely sure what it is. All I know is it gets people stuck when they spawn sometimes. So, you know, there's that. Here is Gage's newbie spawn kit. So you press the button, you get a shulker box filled with starter goodies. And then there's gambling. Well, let's go gambling. You put in a diamond, you either get nothing back or you get 2 diamonds back. Okay, you all know what this is. You don't need me to tell you what this is. You know. You know. You might not want to admit it, but you know. You know what I'm about. Okay. Now, real quick. Okay, actually, no. I'm going to show off my base first. And then I'm going to give a sneak preview of something. So, my base is connected to the mainland by this excessively long bridge. But I built this relatively early on in the server. I'm sure I did. I've got different towers for different purposes. Like this one leads to the harbor for fishing purposes. This one is just a tower. Okay. It's a work in progress. And then this is my chamber. This is where I sleep. Got my little fox plushie. This is the meadery. And this is my pet frog. This is where I store my foods that I come across. And then this is the treasury. This is where I store all my goodies. In fact, since I'm in here, I'm going to store some of those goodies now. As you can see, after building Sky's house, I really am out of lapis. I think that's all of them. Yeah, that's all. At least that's in my main inventory. Looks like it's about nighttime, so why don't I get some eepies. Oh, and this is a mod that allows you to stack books. I don't know if it's just enchanted ones or if it's regular ones too, but yeah. You can stack enchanted books. It's pretty cool. It's a great way to store them, in my opinion. Okay, past Reiko? Why? Anyway, here's my farm. This is where I did all my wheat and rice and wool gathering for the goat. Now you're thinking, Reiko, only one crop? That's very inefficient. Oh, don't worry, chat. I've got you covered. Potato, carrot, onions, lettuce, tomatoes, nothing, and flax. I feel like an addition could be made for Reiko's LCL-filled cultivation tank. Oh, we don't want more Reikos. We do not want more Reikos. I like where your head's at, though. And here is the barn. Okay, this was supposed to have been like a bee honey thing, so they could... There were more... The bees were supposed to get the flowers and come back and make honey and pollinate. It didn't really work. All the bees flew away. I don't know what I did wrong. Two dudes chilling in a boat right next to each other because reasons, I don't know. That one kind of died. That down here is my my secret mine. I'm trying to slowly excavate this whole area, just for the lulz. Now, you're thinking to yourself, Reiko, where does this lead? This is cool. This leads to my terrarium. Looks like somebody might have left the door open at one point. I keep birds in here. Lots of birds. I've got 4 different biomes and 2 phoenixes. Wow, I need more phoenixes, but... Toucan, what are you doing in the cold biome, buddy? Yeah, we got penguins. So yeah, we got a cold biome, savanna biome. There's a man in here. We got a jungle and a regular forest. All in glass. I may expand it one day to add more biomes, but for now, it's fine. Alright, let me, oh, it's closed. I knew that! Let's pop those in there. This is just my quick way out. Sometimes you just need a... Oh, hey, Caitlin! This is a... Oh, yeah, I'll be honest, the Pokemon DLC was kind of an inspiration for the idea. It's just, it's not underground with artificial sky. Now, over here is my tree island. This is where people can come to get, I think, pretty much all the different wood types or saplings. They just have to plant one for every one they take. So things like the dead trees, that might be a little harder to do, but yeah. Yeah, I wanted to have like a place where you could, for the people who play only survival. As you can see, the train tracks go through here. Caitlin has been very wonderful in building all this stuff. Here's the mini station on the island. With that, I think that's all of my builds, except for the last one. I'm taking one more check, one more look around. I want to make sure, because I want to save this one for last. Because it is still, ongoing. Yeah, I think that's it. Okay. So what I'm about to show you all now is top secret. It's still in progress, and you won't see it until Halloween. Ideally. This is the entrance to the LTN Halloween Spooktacular. In here is a maze. This maze leads to the actual Spooktacular. And I've hidden spooky things throughout it, including a hanged man in the walls. Now all the dead ends have all these little spookies. I'm not gonna get too deep into this because I don't want to get stuck, because I have done that and it is annoying, and I think I might have just done it. Oh my god. Oh my god, I did it. Chat, I did it. Fuck. The thing I said I wasn't gonna do, I did. Help. I'm stuck in my own maze. I mean, yeah, I know I could just do spectator mode, but oh, thank god, here we go. Okay, so the maze lets out. It's a very big maze, I will say. And there's lots of little Easter eggs in here. I don't know if they'll all get seen. If they don't, I'll put out a little video after the Spooktacular just to show them off. Yeah, the maze lets out, and you're here. And this is a little house for just, spawning. Setting your spawn point. Because the last thing you want to do is respawn outside the maze and have to run it again. This is the first mini game. Pumpkin hunting. There are a number of carved pumpkins here. The person that has the most carved pumpkins at the end of 5 minutes will win a prize. There are also a much, much smaller amount of jack-o'-lanterns hidden under some of the pumpkins. Because, jack-o'-lanterns will put out light, and if it's nighttime, you'll be able to see them. So, yeah, so you have to dig and dig and dig. Diggy hole. Now, when this is over, we'll go over here. This next one is still a work in progress. This is the crypt, or it will be the crypt. The idea of this is it's going to be full of, jutting walls and booby traps and spawners galore. Is basically just to have the most rotten flesh. Whoever has the most rotten flesh at the end of, let's say, 15 minutes will be the winner, and they also get a prize. Then you come out here, and this is the pumpkin carving contest. There are up to 9 pumpkins here, because I don't know how many people we're going to have. Now, Caitlin did build these. All the trees and stuff I put in, and the maze I built, Caitlin put these wonderful pumpkins down. You get to pick any of the faces you like. It doesn't matter which side you carve, you just gotta carve one of them. There will be a spawn house here somewhere. I'm gonna guess either here or there. And, yeah, when this one is done, I think you'll get maybe 20 minutes to build, to carve. Then we'll head over to what will be the spooky graveyard. Whoa! Everybody's gonna get a shovel, and you got a grave rob, bitch. There's gonna be a bunch of graves. So, let me just give an example here. So, and Okay. So, you would take your shovel, and you dig, and in here, woo, you got a gold pickaxe, look at that, with silk touch, that's awesome. You would take that, you leave it open, I'll probably, what the fuck? Are we still live? Chat, are we still live? Okay, looks like we're still live. Got a weird alert from my computer. Anyway, as I was saying, this will probably actually be a little shallower, so you don't, fall in and not get back out. There'll be maybe 15 minutes for this, maybe 20, I don't know. It just depends on how many people and how many graves. This is still a work in progress, as you can tell. Now, we go through this spooky forest tunnel. It's not anywhere near as scary. Thank you, Caitlin. It's not near as scary or treacherous as the Blood Crust maze. But then you'll come out here. This is the trick-or-treat village. Caitlin has been hard at work on this one. She built a Spirit Halloween with all these different heads and hats, which is just, I love this. And then all these different houses have doors that'll open. Let me just, real quick. And then, so, why isn't it dispensing? Oh, that one's not dispensing, Caitlin. Okay, so that one did. So, the idea is some of these will have treats. Some of these are going to have tricks. And you won't know what, but this is where you're going to stock up on supplies, because there'll be a lot of cookies and candy and other foods. Maybe even a tool or two, I don't know. But after that, You're going to follow this path. There'll be a nice, spooky, winding path up to the Haunted Halloween Mansion, which is currently just an unfinished foundation. In here is going to be tricks and traps and monsters and, a spider jockey. All kinds of fun, spooky things. The idea, there will be 16 die colors, and either 16 die colors or the pieces of the Tower of Pimps. Not sure which, just depends on what we're able to do with it. If we've got enough space and rooms and ideas for tricks, we'll probably do the die colors. Otherwise, it'll be the Tower of Pimps. And you gotta collect them all, and then something. First one to do that, take it to a place, will be the champion of Halloween. There will also be something in the backyard. Probably some kind of, garden or something, or maybe a hedge maze. I don't know. We're still, like I said, this is still still in the whip phase. Some parts are done, and some parts are not. But I've had a lot of fun working on this. I've had a lot of fun just in working on this server in general, getting all these mini games prepped and just playing Minecraft. It sounds so basic, but sometimes I don't know. Sometimes just sitting down and playing Minecraft for a few hours, just putting something together, something that meant a lot to you when you were younger. It can just be calming and soothing, and that's why I think I've never really strayed too far from this game. I'll have periods of time where I don't really play it as much because I don't have the bug. But sometimes there'll be those times where I play it for hours and hours and months, and it's just, yeah. Yeah, Minecraft has holds a lot of good memories for me. Or having Minecraft around during those memories, perhaps, would be better. Either playing it or watching people play it. It's just, yeah. It's a classic. It really is. But, anyway, as you can see, is this bigger than the altar, chat? Do you think it's bigger? Where's the altar? I think it's bigger than the altar, yeah. Yeah, it's bigger than the altar. Let's go. Actually, I should probably stay here, because I'll need to keep working. But, yeah. I'll be honest, a Halloween spectacular like this is something I've always wanted to do. And when Zero suggested the idea, I was like, yes! Finally! Because I've built prototypes for years and years. And this is loosely based on the Achievement Hunter one. I know it sound like a broken record at this point. Some of the challenges are similar. Yes, like they did have a trick-or-treat. They did have the pumpkin carving. And they did have the grave robbing and a different version of the mansion. But I think there's been enough of I think I've put enough of a twist on some of these to make it, different enough. Because copying one for one is boring. But doing something, taking a familiar concept and making something your own with it, that's what I like to do. So, yeah. I guess real quick before I go, does anyone else have anything they want to ask about Transformers 1 or anything they want to talk about it? Because, again, I've kind of been neglecting a big portion of the intent of the stream. I talk better when I have someone to yap at. Or with. So, yeah, I'm going to show the spirit off one more time because this is incredible. This was genius, Caitlin, and I love it. Oh, and yeah, it does have beds, doesn't it? Yeah. Oh, all the colors. Oh, very cool. Was this intentional, Caitlin, to have it be wide enough to fit all the beds, or was that just a happy accident? I'm just curious because like it's fine either way. It's very interesting, very cool. Oh wait, no, there is no pink bed, is there? Yeah. Guess what? There is now. Get pinked. Yay. Ah. Still, it's very, very nice. It's very nice. Yeah, this forest maze. I am very proud of this. I just need some volunteers to run it to make sure it's not too too unfair or too easy. Because I don't think it's going to be too easy. But I'm also worried this might take people an hour. And that could affect things. But until then, I think my next stream, I don't know. I've had some ideas for some streams. It's just a matter of getting the gumption to get up and do it. It's, oh my god, it's literally been a month since or 1 day shy of a month since my last stream. Oh my god. I really want to do some VR stuff because I got my VR headset working. I want to try to do some VR streams. Don't know how well that's gonna do, but yeah, I think it's worth trying. See, I'm yapping to try to stall to think if I can think of any. Oh, hello. So here's one of those graveyard swarms I mentioned, like much earlier in the stream, although it was about the illagers rather than these. But yeah. Oh, a revenant's doing a thing. So revenants actually, sometimes if you kill them, they don't stay dead. You know, we'll just watch this happen. They will actually fall apart and then put themselves right back together after a few seconds. I don't think it happens if they die in the sun, but let's take a look. Let's see if any of them, yeah, I don't think that's happening. But, yeah, it's interesting. But yeah, well, the other variation is a bunch of, hold on a second, let me get the spawn eggs. Yeah, here we go. So you get a bunch of, like, you get like 3 or 4 of these fuckers, and then you get just hordes of these guys. Like, I think at least 10 for every one of these, if not more. It's nuts. Okay. Well, with that, I think this is a good place to end the stream. I'm gonna just, like I said, I'm gonna head back over here so I can be where I need to be to continue working. I look forward to you all seeing this when it's complete. Because, yeah, this is still, I'd say we're maybe 40% there. Maybe. But, yeah. I hope you all enjoyed. I did, as I know I did. This is kind of a guerrilla stream. As if mine usually aren't. But, I think, I really do want to get back to streaming. I know I say this every damn time. I say this every time. I really do want to get back to streaming more regularly. So, if there's any games you guys want to see me play, let me know on Twitter. And yes, it's called Twitter. I don't care what anyone says. It's Twitter. Let me know on Twitter. I'm always down to play Peggle or some Elder Scrolls and Minecraft, of course. But other than that, I've got a few other games in my my library. Oh, you know what? It might be fun when I was talking about the VR stuff. If we did like looked at some horror maps in VR chat or Gmod. I know Vinny's done some stuff like that before. Vinny Vine Sauce, and those streams are always fun to watch. So like, maybe we'll do that. You know, we get into spooky season. I do plan to do another pumpkin carving collab like we did last year. Excuse me. If you don't remember that, that was a. I actually wasn't able to stream it. Did I record it? I'll have to look. I wasn't able to stream it just because I was living with my mom's then, and the Wi-Fi there was dog shit. Just pure dog shit. But now I'm home. This is actually the first Halloween I will have spent in my house. Knock on wood. Knock on wood. Because the first time I was still moving in, so I did Halloween at Mom's house. Then last year it was still getting repaired after the fire, so wasn't able to have it here last year. This is gonna be my first Halloween in my damn house. Come hell or high water. So we are gonna make sure it is spoopy. I'll definitely be doing some movie nights in the LTN Discord server. So, if you, dear listener, are over 18 and would like to watch perhaps some of the Universal horror monster movies. Oops, I'm talking slowly because I'm trying to get a link. Trying to generate a link as I'm talking to drop into chat. Hold on here. If you want to watch or maybe the old Universal monster movies, or Tremors, or other movies that other members of LTN might want to show y'all, just click that little link and join the Discord. We'd love to have you. Just behave. That's all we ask. Behave. And yeah, because we'll definitely be doing some movie nights in October. So look forward to that. But until next time, which will hopefully be, less than a month. I mean, I finished book 8. I finished writing Chrono Angel. Mostly. So I should have more free time at night now. Which, and one less thing to have on my plate. Part of the reason I don't I don't stream as much is just because I'm very busy. I run LTN, I work full time, I write my books, I have kitty cats to take care of, and I help run an animal shelter. So, I have a very busy life. But with the whole book writing part gone now, for now, and again, mostly, I can't go into why, but trust me, it's good. I should have more time to stream. It's just a matter of figuring out what y'all want to see. So if there's anything maybe on Game Pass or something cheap on Steam you want me to play, I would love to do a Worms collab with somebody. I've been seeing that game for years. It's 4 players. I think that'd be a lot of fun. So if you're watching and you're another VTuber and you want to play some Worms sometime, let me know. I'll buy that and, yeah, we'll hang out. But, until next time, you all have a lovely evening, lovely day, whatever it is, where you're at right now. Hope it's lovely. You take care. And until next time, bye, Anara.